Do you have the?
Yeah. What's up, everybody? How are you, Sean?
I'm great.
Well, we should have probably made it clear who's going to be jumping on. Welcome, everybody, to the LO Down, where my main man, Sean Z, is with us, and our good friend, Megan Anderson. Megan, how are you doing today?
I am doing great. I feel so lucky. I get to see you guys this whole week.
Oh, man.
5 days in a row now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been very eventful. So we've been hanging out. We were hanging out in Georgia, of all places.
Atlanta?
Yeah, in Atlanta. Alpharetta, I think, is the name of the town. In a little studio in a very sketchy part of town, but it ended up being an amazing studio. It was like you walked into this place and you were like, wow, this place is really cool, and it's just well designed. But we were there, Megan, and we got to hang out with you and Barry and the NBS Highway crew, which was really a lot of fun because, for the last 10 months, we've been working on some things underground, and 10 months of hard work. I'm talking about meeting. Like, we met every single week for 10 months. And then some weeks we met 3 times a week, and we'd go for 2.5 hours, 3 hours on some of those meetings. So now we're just to a place where we've put in the work. I think Barry's done the heavy lifting, most of it, in NBS Highway. You guys have just been amazing. So now it's time to really start sharing kind of what we've been doing, what's been so underground and secretive and top secret, and we haven't really been sharing with a lot of people. Now it's time. This is the exciting part where we get to actually share what all we've been doing. So, Sean, you want to go? Megan, y'all want to let the cat out of the bag?
I think that we should let Megan do the first snippet of what we've been doing this last week, Megan.
Yeah, so especially this last week. So for the past, as Ken has mentioned, we've been working on this for months and months and months, and it has been a very grueling process. We all love Barry and the way that he articulates things, but he's very much a perfectionist. So it's been a lot of hard work in really perfecting this. And while we were in Georgia, we did all of the filming for the online portion. We do want to start hosting live events with this where you guys can get the certification live, but we're going to start online due to COVID. This is kind of where we had to shift gears and adapt. But I think it turned out more amazing than my expectations were. It's a very high quality film, high quality content. If you guys have ever wanted to sound like Barry in the way that he articulates points and talks about the market, this course is where you're going to get that information. And since watching it all being filmed, I can't tell you guys how excited I am for this to launch.
One of my favorite things about it was when you say high quality, yeah, it's high quality. We looked like movie stars, like we looked fake, like we were like not real. And I was thinking, man, that's why you see movie stars in person. You're like, man, you look way better on TV. But the technology was unreal. We looked so good. We really did. We looked really well. What I like about the content, it's like 30, 35 years of his experiences and knowledge kind of all put into one program.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the funny thing is that if you just take we have 5 different modules plus bonus content that are about to be dropped. And if you just were to take any one module as a loan officer, learn it frontwards and backwards and incorporate that into your business, you'd be unstoppable for the next 10 or 20 years. But when you embrace everything that was taught and you learn it and you apply it, and just, what's going to be dropped monthly afterwards is different economic reports and things come out for how you can use it in your daily business, not just get the knowledge and learn it, but then turn around and use it to educate. your team, educate your realtor partners, educate your clients. Like I mean, I think game changing, I think I just saw that was the most overused phrase of 2020, but this is totally a game changing experience for people.
Yeah. What it's going to do, a lot of people have asked me, well, what are y'all doing? I've heard this CMA, like, what is it? And I'm like, well, it's a certification to really elevate your game, like to really know how markets work. And we had an entire agenda for it, and how to read the bond market, what candlesticks are, the different economic reports. Megan did a really good, like trend, like what are the things that we're looking at to make these decisions. But a lot of it is language, right? A lot of it is knowing how the markets are moving, the language that's behind it. And, I told a story that when I met Barry 15 years ago, like, man, this was a true story. I was at an event. I heard him speak for the first time. People were like, who? Like, I was like, Barry Habib. Who's Barry Habib? Everybody's talking about how awesome he is. Man, I was fresh off 9/11, Jack. I was thinking Habib, like, man, I was looking for the exit, right? And so I thought, okay, let me listen to this guy speak. And he spoke, and it was like he made mortgages sound sexy. And I was thinking, man, what he's saying and talking about, man, if I can learn that, I'm going to go back to my community. I'm going to kill it. I'm going to murder it in my local market because I'm going to memorize everything that he had taught me. And I did. And man, it has served me really, really well in my business. But like, guys, there's a real war going on right now. And that is fintech versus, the boots on the ground loan originators all across the country. And I just don't believe that technology alone is going to beat us out. I think that the human touch is still very needed, right? I think people still want that, and you can't discount us. Like, you just can't. Like, people, they need that advisement. Something that we say inside of CMA, Megan, I know we all said this many times, is like, the lowest interest rate and the wrong strategy can cost a customer thousands and thousands of dollars. We know that, and we believe that. What else I was just thinking about this a while ago, going off topic a little bit. Megan, we didn't talk for 2 days. Like, we were like, hey, it was kind of a weird time because we were so engaged in the content that we were about to go up and video and record, and you're in this room and nobody's in there and everybody's watching you in the other rooms. And, some of us had to go more than once.
I didn't have to go more than once. Megan, you crushed it. I know, like, you were probably the best performer of anyone.
Well,
I appreciate that. It was different, standing behind a camera versus standing behind people. But I feel like we've all had a little bit of practice with this due to COVID and having to just be behind a camera the whole time. So I guess I got some practice in. And I also, I've learned a lot from Barry throughout the years. And I really feel like that's how I was able to bring it during this whole CMA filming. And let me tell you guys what I've learned just from putting this course together. I know that we talk about how you're going to learn here how to step in and be the best advisor, to not even be able to compete with fintech because you'll be in there being able to advise your client in the best way possible. But not only that, one of the reports that I had to focus on teaching was recession indicators. And if this course would have come out a year ago, you guys would have known like a year in advance that this recession was coming, and you would have been better able to protect yourself, your finances, your clients' finances. So this isn't just about how to best serve in your job and be the best that you can. It's also about how you can use everything from reading the markets to understanding what's happening for your own wealth generation as well.
Yeah.
Megan, you bring a really good point on the wealth generation side of this, because I've been a fan of the candlesticks ever since back in the Mortgage Market Guide days when I first found Barry. And it was actually funny, Katie, you're talking about stories. Like the first time I met Barry, I was like, hey, I just want to let you know, I took a ton of economics classes in college, and you taught me more about economics than all of my classes put together. But as we started to really unpack this, 6-7 months ago, and I got to really do a deep dive into the candlesticks, learn about bullish engulfing patterns and bearish engulfing patterns and rising stars and shooting stars and how all of this worked. I started looking at the stocks I was buying and looking at the same patterns there on my little account. I'm like, going back and like
Yeah.
you could see it right there. I mean, not only is this information going to be significant in helping clients and really solidifying yourself as the advisor that we talk about, but gosh, you're going to be able to make some money in some other aspects of your life with this information as well too.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, that's a good point. Guys, it is credibility, right? It's like you will own your, like, you'll be the local market guru. Like when you can say like, hey, I've gone through some extensive training, I've invested into myself to really learn this stuff about the markets, and I'm a certified mortgage advisor, certified, and you can kind of have that badge of honor and really be able to speak in a powerful way to your customers and your clients, because no one else is going to be talking to them like that, right? And then what's going to happen, instead of you chasing realtors and chasing clients, the goal is to have them chasing you. You want to put a seed in their brain that's like, man, I talked to Sean today, and that dude knows what he's talking about. And you know
we're doing
what?
a bunch of refis right now. My team's doing a bunch of refis from people at the end of last year and the beginning of this year that they chose another lender because we were telling them, hey, listen, take a higher rate. Let us pay all your costs on your loan for you. Somebody was telling us that for a significant portion of the time.
Yep.
And they're like, no, I get it. I understand. And so we're just calling those people now. I mean, like, you remember that extra $2,500 you just wasted 7 months ago? Can we do your loan right for you this time? And will you listen to the advice that we have? Because you would have saved yourself. Maybe you saved $200 in interest. You'd have saved $2,300 if you would have chosen us to be your lender in the first place.
Yep. That's it.
Yeah.
So
we have something that's about to be announced soon. Well, all CMA is about to be announced soon, but we do have this charter member, which KT, why don't you tell us a little more?
Yeah. So with any good thing that's rolling out, I think I've always liked it. I've always enjoyed being like a founding member or a chartered member, and we're going to roll out a very special discount for those that get on board quicker. Okay, and we've got, Megan, I'll let you share. We've got a lot of buzz hitting the market about what we're doing, and what Barry has really led us to this place. But we're going to have a very small window of opportunity for those to be able to jump in and become a chartered member of Certified Mortgage Advisor community.
Yeah. So for some reason right now you are not a member of MBS Highways or Next Level, which you must be dead if you're not a member of two organizations. Email support@nextlevello.com, and we will make sure that you get an invite to the webinar. That's
it. Support
in a few weeks.
Gotcha. Sorry. I don't want to interrupt you like you interrupt me. So.
No, but guys, you really are not going to want to miss out on this. We've been very selectively introducing this in our small circle in the beginning. And we already have over 300 people interested in this. We already have an entire enterprise account on board. So you're going to want to get involved with this during this beginning intro time.
Well, Megan, these accounts are coming on board before they even, they have a rough outline of what's happened.
Yeah, they've heard nothing aside from just what has come out of our mouths. But it's so needed, I think, in this space. And it's just going to help each and every one of you exponentially. So definitely I would recommend, if you're at all interested, email support@nextlevello.com. We'll make sure that you get on the list to get the information. Again, we haven't been saying a lot of this verbally, but we're about to get to the point where it's all going to get the finishing touches and get launched. And you don't want to miss out on this introductory offer to become a charter member if it's something you're looking to do.
Awesome.
I second that. It's good stuff, man. It's the best content I have ever heard. I've listened to it over and over and over and over again for the last 10 months, and I'm still learning, and it's just amazing stuff. So guys, get in where you can. Support@nextlevello.com. Support@nextlevello.com. Get on the waiting list if you're interested in being a charter member. We'd love to have you. Oh, and you can go ahead and get the course. It will be ready in approximately in the very near future. I'm hoping by
September 15th.
Yeah, we're hoping by September. Well, it will be September 15th. You know why? Because Barry said so. And damn it.
Well, we appreciate you all, Megan. Thank you for joining the lowdown. Kenneth, as always, it's a great day when I get to see you.
Man, my day has been made, baby. I appreciate
Y'all have a
you.
great day.